Hi guys, welcome back on the Transformers review, and this time will be Studio Series 64 Cliffjumper from the Bumblebee movie. Alright, and you can see here's the box art of Cliffjumper. The front, the sides, the back, this transformation, and here's the sides again. And here is Cliffjumper in his Cybertronian mode, and he is the exact retool. He's not exact, he's a retool of the off-road Bumblebee. They share similar features in robot mode, as you will see later. And here you have him in his red colors. Alright, and his wheels are basically basically a pack-on wheels, kind of wheel for this figure. And you have him in red color. You have a bit of translucent cockpit vibe going on here. And here's a side view. The underneath view, you can't see any robot keyboard except for the feet and legs. You can see his weapon. And here's the back, but this figure is really this release is really unexpected, and the color is really plain. Okay, all right, and this is he rolls pretty smoothly. There's no issues in regarding to the movement or that. All right, and let's transform him into his robot mode. But here's a closer look at him first from the top angle, sides, front, back, and bottom again. And you can see at the back, you can see his trusses been molded in. Alright, to transform him, basically you just need to come to this part here. From this part here, just unpack this part, here, and this is the weapon. It falls down from the pack hole here. Alright, and just basically take the weapon out first. That will be the first order of business. Right, and what you could do is that put your hand here, lift up the hood, this part here, or release. Make sure this part here is folded up. You need to unpack this part here, fold this part in to this part over here, and this will go into here, and fold this back piece right here. Okay, this is basically back cable, as you would say. Come to this part here, separate the legs. Okay, angle this properly, angle this up, come to this section, split apart the legs, and be careful, it's on my Cliffjumper is a bit loose, so just be careful. Alright, what you need to do next is come to this part here, just fold it in this way, move the wheels up, and you'll have basically the feet transformed. This goes for the same. Move it up this way, fold the tires in, and make sure that you angle the legs properly, and there you have his legs almost transformed. But move this part over here, and basically this will be his, just fold it in this way, and this will pack into this pack here. However, for this mold it's pretty loose, just be careful. Pack it in right here. Right, and as for the other one, just move it down. It goes the same. You pack in right about here. But Alright, let's pack in here, and you have his feet basically transformed already in robot form. Right, as for the hands, move it up, move it up, move it back, collapse the chest piece down. Yeah, same as the off-road Bumblebee. Move this, expand this out, come right here, get the head out. Okay, move these hands to the side, fold down the face, fold this in, pack this in, move this down, move this down. Alright, and pack this part here, the backpack onto the pack holes at the back here. Right here, left and right. Just pack them in, and you have Cliffjumper in his robot mode. But for the legs, just make sure it packs in properly. It's a bit hard to put in. Mine is having a issue with looseness. Okay, I think it's the degradation of the mold that was used previously. Alright, and then you have Cliffjumper transformed in his robot mode. Alright, let's turn his hands this way. Okay, let's pack this in slightly. Alright, and for Cliffjumper, for his head, you can rotate it at 360. It does not have a, he has a raised, for Cliffjumper he has a raised articulation. You can rotate his hands in, up and down, but it's hindered by the wheel here. You can't rotate it to the back. It does have a upper hand rotation. It does bend at the elbow. There's no wrist articulation. You can move the basically the legs front and back. It does bend at the knee as well, and he has a articulation on his feet. It does rotate 360 degrees, and it does come back to this point. Okay, I would basically rate this figure. He is basically a nice figure, but he's not for everybody. Alright, and let me put this is his weapon right here, similar to off-road Bumblebees. You can just pack it in, however it's molded in grey this time. You can put it into his left arm here, and one thing that is not too nice about this figure is the back cable, which for off-road Bumblebee it's slightly thinner and it doesn't jolt out that much to the back. Yep, here's a back view of Cliffjumper. And the front view. Alright, and this is basically the same size, just different colors. Okay, this has been a review of Studio Series Cliffjumper.